Okay, and hello and welcome. So, what this video is about is you've been set this task, Cynthia set sail. It's a 2 week task for you to complete and submit. This video is to give you some tips if you get stuck on any part of this. So, don't watch this video first. I want you to try and do the worksheet first. And if you start struggling with any bit of the worksheet and you want just a little bit of help, come check this video out and just listen to what I say, and that should help get you started. So I'll start at the beginning. I'm going to start at question one, and for question one, you've got this. You've got a payslip for Cynthia. Now the payslip is broken up into two different things. There is the earnings and there's the earnings and there's the deductions. So when you get a pay slip, it's broken down into the amount of money that you're being paid and the amount of money that's being taken off you to be spent on tax or various different things. So the earnings, she's got quite a few earnings. She's got a standard pay, she's got overtime pay, she's got holiday pay, she's got basic pay. These are all payments that she's getting. So she's getting £500 for her basic standard pay. She's getting £93.75. She's getting 174, sorry, £1,740 in basic pay as well. And there's also this mystery amount, and you're going to have to work out this mystery amount. If you're not sure what this mystery amount is, have a little look. She gets a rate of £12.50 an hour standard pay. If you were to do 40 times 12.5, you would get £500. And in fact, this is how you work out these amounts. 5 times £18.75 is where this 93.75 has come from. So if you want to work out this mystery bit covered by the jam, you're going to do 8 times £12.50. And if you did that, 8 times £12.50, you would find this mystery amount. To work out the total amount that comes in, her total earnings, you would just add up those four columns. So you're going to add up the 500, the £93.75, this red amount here that you've worked out, and you would add the 1,740 to that amount. So that's going to give you the total earnings. You also need to find the total deductions. This is money that gets taken off her. So she has to pay tax, she has to pay national insurance, which is another form of tax. She's got to pay back her student loan, which again is a sort of tax. And then pension as well comes off. This is not money she gets. This is money that she has to pay. So what you do is you add all these numbers up, and that will give you her total deductions. And then to find your answer to the question, you just do total earnings, take away total deductions, and that gives you the net pay. So that's a bit of advice for question one. I'll now give you some advice for question two. Question two is asking you how much she has left at the end of a month to put into savings. So really, this is going to be her net pay. This is how much she gets given to at the end of the month for her pay. Take away her spending. Now you know what her net pay is. This was your answer to question one. And you can work out what her total spending is by adding up this. Okay, so she spends money on rent, food, mixed martial arts training. She spends a lot of money on these things. If you add all these up, this will tell you how much she spends in a month. And if you take that away from your answer to question one, that will tell you how much you can save a month. And hopefully that will be a positive number, meaning that she does actually get to save. Question three tells you that she saves up for 6 months, and it asks you how much money she has saved up to spend on the holiday. Question three, I don't think you'll need any help with question three, but in case you do, you're going to take your answer to question two and you're going to times that answer by 6. Okay, question 2 is how much does she save in 1 month? Question 3 is how much does she save in 6 months? You're going to multiply by 6. Okay, question 2, or rather sort of section 2, chapter 2, is about deciding what the best deal is. So the first question is between going to Aviemore or going to Benidorm. You're given the key costs and you're asked which one would leave her with the most spending money. Well, that's just going to be which one's the cheapest. And again, I'm not going to sort of explain how you would do that. You should know how to find which one of these two places is the cheapest. It's going to be a case of working out how much one costs, finding out how much the other one costs, and giving an answer. Okay, make sure you save you show you're working rather. You can't just write Avimore's the cheapest. You've got to, or Benidorm's cheapest, whichever. You've got to explain why that's true by showing the working out. For question 2, as part of this, you are asked which one is the best deal for flying to Russia. And it's not just flying, it's an actual package, so the food, the hotel, and the flights. Which one's cheapest? Now, this question says, how much money will she have left over after booking the holiday? So, what you need to do is decide which one's cheapest and then subtract that from the amount of money she has to spend. So, for example, if Air Russia was cheapest, you would add these numbers up to find out the cost, and you would take it away from the amount of money she's got to spend. So this would be her money to spend, which actually you're given. So it's 4,200. Sorry, £4,522.50 minus the package that she's going to use. And that package is going to be the cheapest of these three, Air Russia, Holiday, or Skyfall. So you're going to use whichever one's cheapest there. Okay, so the final question is all about converting money. Now, first of all, be careful. You're told how much she has to spend on the holiday, but then you have to subtract £2,000 away because it says convert the rest to Russian rubles. Now, Russian rubles is here. This is the conversion rate you're going to use. So that's the key thing. I'm going to do an example of how to convert from pounds and then convert back. I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use euros here. This is just for an example. So as an example, convert £200 to euros. The way you do this is to go from pounds to euros, you multiply. So you're going to do £200 multiplied by the 555. And when you do that, this will give you the amount in euros. Okay, which would be, if I write this down, 231. I've run out of space. I'm going to write this down underneath. 23110. Okay, so it's going to be €231 and 10 cents. If you want to go backwards, if you want to go from euros to pounds, what you do is you divide by this conversion number. So for example, this is going to be a different example. If you want to do €500 to pounds, you're going to do 500 divided by 1.555, and that would give you the amount in pounds. Okay, so just to be clear here, this number in the table, 1.1555, that's how many euros you get given for every pound that you spend to exchange. So to go from pounds to euros, you times by the 1.1555, and to go back the way, to go from euros back to pounds, you would divide by this. In your question, for question 1 and question 3 here, um, I think there's question 2 as well somewhere. When you're doing this, you're going to use the Russian ruble and you're going to multiply for one of the questions by 104.84, and you're going to divide for one of the questions to get it back into pounds. And just remember, you need to round to 2 decimal places. Money is given to 2 decimal places, so you're going to have to round that correctly. Okay, so that was a brief video just going through the different questions. Feel free to message me if you've got any further questions. That's absolutely fine. Otherwise, give it a good go, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do.